care of home first. Home base where loan works in your favor. Keep your head down, keep patience, keep going. Keep something in the stash for the rain. Keep something in the glass for the pain. Keep up with the greatest alive with no budget. Yeah, smash through the game. I done seen life change right in front of my eyes. Right in front of my building. Right in front of my left. One step till I fly free.
All right, you guys, let's get right into it. This is Raw Detroit. We're going to talk about another draft prospect on today. We're going to talk about Jack Sawyer. We definitely know that a lot of the Lions fans are loving Jack Sawyer, and there's a lot of things to like about Jack Sawyer. Definitely dude, he's one of those dudes that has a nice motor on him. He's able to be a great defender when it comes to stopping the run. He sets the edge well. And that's what you want. Normally, those are the type of guys that Brad Holmes goes for. He likes the big guys. He stands at about 6'5", 260 pounds. So he is about the typical size that Brad Holmes would draft. Big kid, high motor, relentless, always coming at you. And one thing he's very, very good at is setting the edge and being able to stop the run. And if you can do those things in Detroit, man, you're going to be phenomenal. Now, to me, when watching Jack Sawyer, he does kind of remind me of a Sam Hubbard in Cincinnati a little bit. He does have that Sam Hubbard type vibe. Doesn't mean that the kid is not going to be awesome in the NFL, because you don't know. None of us know what the prospects are going to look like until they get into the NFL and they actually put the pads on Sunday. We don't really know what type of player they're going to be. You know, definitely he's a phenomenal athlete coming out of high school, 5-star recruit, phenomenal kid, loves the game of football, has a passion for the game of football, and this is the type of guy that would be drafted by Brad Holmes at 28. If Jack Sawyer is on there, definitely, man, I can see that the Lions would walk away with a Jack Sawyer. He has long arms at the position, and the dude is relentless. And things that I saw about his game that probably could get better is that he's not the most athletic guy out of a lot of these defensive ends that are coming into the league. And believe me, guys, the class is loaded this year with a lot of defensive ends and a lot of DTs as well. But to me, Jack Sawyer is a guy that's going to do his job, a guy that's going to bring his lunch pail to work, and he's going to go to work for you each and every day. He's going to be a competitor. And that's what we need. We need somebody that can get to the quarterback as well and put pressure on the quarterback and cause havoc on Sundays. This is a guy that Brad Holmes would go after. I can see Jack Sawyer becoming a Detroit Lion. Now, ultimately, at the end of the day, to me, the type of guys that you want on a team is guys that can get and put pressure and get after the quarterback. He doesn't have to have 25 sacks in college and stuff like that. I ain't going to be unrealistic about it, but you want somebody that can get after the quarterback, because we know that we've suffered for the past couple seasons in really having a significant pass rush in Detroit. I think if you ask me and if you ask a lot of the fans, this is the area of weakness on the Detroit Lions team, is that they don't have an adequate pass rush, and they don't have the guys that can get to the quarterback besides Aiden Hutchinson and Aleem McNeil on a more consistent basis. So now we know that Aleem is going to be out for half the season. And then Aiden is coming off his injury. I mean, it's a lot, man. So, I don't know which way Brad Holmes is going to decide to go ultimately. He could ultimately go with a veteran and still draft a Sawyer or something like that along the lines. He could go out and get Myles Garrett, which a lot of the Lions players, even Amon-Ra St. Brown, Aiden Hutchinson, everybody wants Myles Garrett, man. And I think for real, Myles Garrett is who we really should have went after, but it was a little bit tough because the Browns was really not trying to give up Myles Garrett until Myles Garrett came out and said that pretty much, he wants to get an opportunity to compete at a high level, and that's being able to play with a contender and a team that has the opportunity to win a Super Bowl. Now, yes, the window is open for the Lions to win a Super Bowl, but they have to put it all together. And the thing about it is you don't know what type of injury is going to happen throughout a long season, especially with the NFL is trying to go to 18 games. It's going to be a longer season. Guys are going to get banged up. They're going to get hurt. Lions was banged up really bad. Just the injury bug really hurt the Lions this season. But walking away with a guy like Jack Sawyer, I would be fine with it. I'm cool with it. I think most Detroit Lions fans would be happy to grab Jack Sawyer if he's the young fella that we got to groom and things of that nature. I think that most fans will be fine with it, and I'm okay with it if Brad Holmes walks away with Jack Sawyer. So the biggest thing is being able to get somebody that you can groom, that can be right here alongside Aiden Hutchinson. And if they decide to go after a Khalil Mack or a Myles Garrett to be able to have that veteran presence and to have that dogs, especially we already know that Myles Garrett right now is in his prime. So he's playing at his best. He's going to be playing at his best football right now. And that's what we need. It's a no-brainer when it comes to getting Myles Garrett on his team. You do it. If I got to give up 2 first-round picks and give up that third, which was a pick that we were given because of Aaron Glenn going over and coaching the Jets, then we got to do what we got to do, man. Give up your first. Give up a first the following season and give them the 3rd-round pick because we want to get after the quarterback this season. The Lions we're pretty much set on the offensive side of the ball. We got both of our running backs. We already signed a new deal with Montgomery coming back on a two-year deal. We already eventually we're going to have to pay Gibbs. And the only thing I think that they can add probably is they could add some more linemen, and they can add maybe another wide receiver to the team. Maybe they want to go with another tight end. I don't know. I know that they're not going to draft all defense. It would be crazy to think that the Lions are going to draft all defense. They're not going to do that. But at least they need to walk away with at least 2 or 3 guys on that defensive line for this draft. And if Jack Sawyer happens to be one of the guys they walk away with, I'm fine with that. I know what he brings to the table. I know that he's one of the best pass rushers that'll be coming into the draft this year. And he is a young fella that we can groom in Detroit. Once Detroit is able to get this defensive line taken care of and Brad Holmes makes the call to get this line taken care of, I think the Lions are going to be fine. It's all about getting this defense to where it needs to be, grabbing the missing pieces in 2025 and 2026 to be able to make a legit Super Bowl run. We don't want to get put out, again, having the best record in the league and showing you that having the best offense doesn't mean anything. That's what that showed you. Having the best offense doesn't mean anything. You have to walk away with one of the best defense if you really want to make noise. Our offense was phenomenal. So I'm not looking for the Lions to go out and have the best record next year because I know that the schedule is going to be tough. But what I am looking for is them to get back into the playoffs and for them to handle their business once they get into the playoffs. That's what it's going to be totally about. So the restructuring of this defense is what Brad Holmes is going to ultimately, at the end of the day, have to be able to do to get this team to where he wants it to be. If you want this team to be a championship football team, you got to make sure as the GM that you get the defense to where it needs to be. It's all about defense at this point. Yeah, you're going to grab another receiver if possible. Yeah, you might grab a couple linemen for the future, for the foreseeable future. But at the end of the day, you want to walk away with one of the best young pass rushers in the league that's going to be a tandem with Aiden Hutchinson. Because if you do happen to lose a guy like Myles Garrett, if you happen to grab Myles Garrett and he doesn't re-sign with the team and he decides to go somewhere else, then it is what it is. You had him for 2 years, or you had him for the 2 seasons. If you won a Super Bowl with him, that's going to be fine and dandy. If you didn't win with him, hey, it is what it is. But at least we can say that our GM gave it his best and gave it his all to go out and to get premier talent and to go out and get blue chip players at the pass rush position. So hopefully the Lions will handle their business and they'll do what they need to do in order to get the players that they need to get this season. It's all about being able to address the defense at the end of the day. You want to address this defense and you want to be a better defensive team in 2025. All right, guys, this is Raw Detroit signing off. And definitely, man, I'm totally in agreement with grabbing Jack Sawyer. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Till next time, peace.